So I grew up like Lutheran, Protestant Christian. I still identify with that tradition. And I kind of got more into my faith towards the end of high school, so like a few years ago. And around that same time, I discovered mindfulness meditation, which I use and practice as like a secular mental health tool, but definitely has a large like spiritual lineage that I've come to learn a lot about and like get a lot more experience with through just like learning about meditation and practicing it. And I remember when I first started meditating, I did start it like just purely for my mental health. But I kind of had some like a little bit of fear about it because I thought like, oh, is this wrong of me as a Christian? Because I know that some people, some really traditionalist Christians would say like, oh, you shouldn't like, would have oppositions to that sort of thing. Like even before thinking about this topic, I looked up and I found an article that I saw all these years ago, published in like a major Christian publication, explaining the dangers of mindfulness meditation and the dangers of yoga and how if you're a Christian, you should not be doing these things. So when I first started engaging with that practice, those voices kind of came up in my head, and I continued with it nonetheless. And mindfulness meditation has become one of the most like transformative, beneficial things for my mental health in my entire life. And as a member of Generation Z, mental health is something I think about a lot, and I've really benefited just so hugely from that. And that's really made me fundamentally challenge those kind of like notions that drive that type of sentiment to like even, launch that criticism because I've come to feel that like it's very rooted in like having kind of suspicious attitudes towards other faiths or viewing Christianity as something that should be like necessarily pinned up against other religions. And I've really come to embrace kind of a more inclusive, less like fear-based or competing-based understanding of my religion. So Faith Unbundled kind of started with mindfulness meditation, and it's become very much like a different theological understanding of my own religion as well. And another major part of my journey of like unbundling my faith has definitely been the interfaith relationships I've had as I've gotten older, and especially like coming from high school in a suburban area to college in a more metropolitan area, Minneapolis. I have like a lot of friends from other religions. I would say like most of my friends are probably Muslim, and I have friends probably like representing most of the major faith traditions, and just getting to like learn from their experiences and appreciate them and see how my Christianity doesn't need to negate or be in contest with their religions has really kind of broadened my faith and let me kind of embrace a more like a less fear-based version of Christianity.